Good afternoon, friends, and welcome. My name is Reverend Dr. Kristy Coburn, and I am blessed to be the pastor here at the United Church of Christ in Abington. And on behalf of the members and friends here in our church, it is my blessing to welcome you with our warmth and our love. What an exciting weekend it's been here in Abington, from ugly sweaters to hay rides to Mr. and Mrs. Claus, from hot chocolate and cookies to bowling to Christmas carols and tree lightings. The Abington Celebrates committee has done another amazing job coordinating a fun and exciting weekend for the people of our town. Thank you for all you do to bring us together. We are so grateful. And we are especially grateful to be gathering again, even if cautiously, as we continue to navigate our way through the pandemic together. So now, let us open our ears and our hearts to the beautiful music that's been lovingly prepared for us today. And when you go home this evening, carry the music with you in your heart, so that the rest of your Advent and Christmas seasons will be filled with the hope, peace, love, and joy Jesus came to bring. Let us join together and say, Amen. Amen.
Welcome, everyone. My name is Doug Ulwick. I'm the event coordinator for Abington Celebrates. And Abington Celebrates welcomes you, maybe you actually celebrate you too. And welcome you to the final event of our Christmas in Abington weekend. Hopefully you've been able to partake in a lot of it and see a lot of it and enjoy a lot of it. The Christmas tree lighting last night was just phenomenal. The weather cooperated, and it was a really record crowd. And we're always happy to see everyone coming out to enjoy the events that we sponsor throughout the course of the weekend for Christmas. And today, we obviously are here to celebrate music, and actually sacred music regarding Christmas. Our Saturday events are very secular. We do Santa Claus and Frosty the Snowman and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Today, we take on a more Christian slant to it in Abington's oldest meeting house. What a perfect place to do it. And with Abington's remaining giant pipe organ, which hopefully you just enjoyed. The reason for all of that was a couple of years ago at the end of a concert, I had an older woman come up to me and say, "But where was the Christmas music?" A lot of what we do in the course of our programs is a little more contemporary and not what you're used to hearing, but I hope you recognized every piece I just played. Yes. They're a little more familiar. So saying that, our next piece in the program is Wexford Carol. Every now and then I come across a piece that's ancient but is new to me. And this was one of them I came across a couple of years ago. So in planning this concert, I hoped to find someone who could do it for us. Not only did we find someone, we found two with the help of Katie Beckvold. And we have Maddi, who's an Abington High School junior, who never shies away from a challenge or to help make her school a better place. Most recently, she got into the senior districts as a soprano. And it seems we never have strings here, but today we have Anika, and she's an Abington High School junior. We can get her next year. And she's an accomplished musician, as you're about to find out, and also constantly performs with various ensembles during the year. And the coming week, she is playing the violin in Elf the Musical at Abington High School. I hope you all get a chance to get out to enjoy that. I understand it's going to be a great production. So, without further ado, please, music at first. Next on the program, we welcome one of our favorite guest performers. Many of you know Michael Smith. He grew up here in Abington. He's been very active in the Abington music programs. And he's also a composer, and I think at this point has his doctorate in 25 different things. And every now and then comes back to join us to share some of his latest creations. And he is here today with Joyce Harrington, who should also not be a stranger to any of you. Although she has retired from her main position with the Abington schools, she's still very much making music. So here they are with a composition of Michael's, which he will announce. Perfect. Thank you all.
I'd like you to sing along on this. So if you don't have a copy of this green sheet, would you raise your hand? Maybe we'll try to get you one. Oh, thank you so much, Doug. This is a Christmas carol that I wrote last year. And last year was an odd Christmas, wasn't it? Because, well, we all sort of shut down for a while. And I just wrote this. My wife said to me, why would you bother to write another Christmas carol? There are already enough Christmas carols that people know and like. Right, Doug? Like Doug said, he played some music and people said, why don't you play the ones we know? Anyway, that's part of the creative process. Sometimes we just need to write something. So this one was for me. Christ is born. Last year was a dark year. This year I think we feel a little bit more hope. And so in this you hear a lot of reference to light. And that's what Christmas is all about. We see the light beautifully decorating this beautiful sanctuary. And there's a lot of light. You may see some darkness, but keep looking to God for light. Christ is born. My favorite musician, Joyce Harrington, is playing the flute. I could have asked her to play the saxophone or the clarinet or any other instrument, but she's playing the flute today. And I'd like you to sing along. We're going to play it through once so you hear the melody, and then I'm going to invite you to sing along.
Christ
wonderful to hear your voices, as all Christmas carols should be sung. Merry Christmas to all of you.
Didn't expect to learn a new piece of music today, did you? Thank you, it's a wonderful piece, and I look forward to hearing it more in the future. Anyway, following that, we have another soloist, one who's very familiar to me, and to anyone who goes to this church, very familiar as well. Medeiros has been in the choir here as long as I can remember. Once upon a time, I was music director here. And her youngest was an infant at the time, and she still came to choir rehearsal with her infant child. So, great dedication. She is also singing with the Abington Town Choir, and I believe she's the soprano section leader. Okay. So, another favorite piece of mine, the Virgin Slumber Song, often sung in German. We'll go easy on you. It's in English today. I think. Oh. I think no one would be surprised. So one of our losses through COVID was regular performances by the Abington Town Choir. We couldn't gather together and sing as a group. But the choir this season has reorganized, singing with masks, and found a way to come together and make music once again. I am honored to say, and I think I read this as our premier performance of the reorganized Abington Town Choir. And we now have as our director for the Abington Town Choir, Beckvold. Someone else who's well known in local music circles. The first piece we are going to do is not, again, a traditional Christmas piece. It is from the Hunchback of Notre Dame, kind of a church theme there. It's called Someday, and we have two soloists in it, Damon and Lindy as well. Yes, I got it. Okay, thank you. Anything else you wanted to add, ma'am?
The only thing I can say is that this song, I chose this particular piece because, again, we've been going through so much, and everyone has been experiencing a lot of trauma, a lot of troubling times and stress. And it's nice to know that beyond that, there is something that always glimmers in the future. And there's always hope. And that is far stronger than all the fear we have experienced, even within the past year or two. And I hope that this resonates with you as much as it resonates with us. So thank you.
I used to believe in the days I was naive that I would live to see that day of justice come. And though I may die long before that morning comes, I'll die this. It will come when I am gone. Someday, when we are wiser, when the world's older, when we have children, someday we may yet live to live and let live. Someday life will be fair, we will be rare, we will not pay. But sweet is your on His way. Let it come someday. When the world's older, when things have changed, someday these dreams will all be real. Till then we'll wish upon a world. Change will come one day, someday soon.
Our next piece is an interesting combination of two different pieces. One you might be very, very familiar with, Silent Night, and then the other is All on a Silent Night. And the beautiful thing about this piece is that you get to hear both separately, and then you see them come together into this glorious combination of sound. And I hope you enjoy. All is calm and all is bright.
is so nice to hear choral music again. We're not hearing much of it, but we're beginning to. So welcome back to the Abington Town Choir. They will be performing in 2 weeks, is it?
On December 17th up at the high school and middle school auditorium at 7 p.m. And they will be joined by the Abington Town Band and the Island Grove Chorus. So if you were looking for a night of spectacular Christmas music, come and join us then.
Absolutely. And we have another soloist to join us. Aliyah comes to us from Rhode Island. During the day, she is a librarian in Mansfield. Really? Okay. And when the sun goes down, she loves to perform, whether it's a stage performance, in our choir, or in the streets caroling her heart out. She also recently got engaged. But what I want to know is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, doing from the side. Getting. Anyway, today's piece is The Lamb. It's a very esoteric piece, very enjoyable, and takes a lot of skill, but Aliyah has it, so that's it. I was once told it's not a Christmas concert if Katie Beckvold doesn't sing "O Holy Night." I can't say I disagree. So we have invited her back to do it, and she is going to do it for us. And you will enjoy it. Well, truth in that.
Holy night, the
I told you you'd like it. Anyways, we have a tradition here, actually, as long as we've been doing concerts, of closing with Silent Night, accompanied by the guitar, and having all of you join in. One of the changes we're asking to do this year is we're asking you to stand and ring around the sanctuary if you're able to or inclined to do so. And the music is on the back of your program. And we're going to, before we send you off, to sing 3 verses of Silent Night. So if you'd move into position now, just casually ring around the sanctuary. I will get the guitar ready.
Ring around the sanctuary.
Is that the way you're going to be? Where are you? Right there. Back there.
Sure. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
So again, I want to thank you for being here tonight, for participating in Abington Celebrates Christmas weekend. And after this, we send you forth into the night with good thoughts for a wonderful Christmas and a great holiday. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy so tender and mild, sleep. Silent night, holy night, shepherds pray at the side, glory streams from heaven afar, heavenly hosts sing hallelujah. Christ the Savior is born. Christ the Savior is born. Silent night, holy night, Son of God, lost your light. Radiant beams from thy holy face, with the dawn of redeeming grace. Jesus, Lord, thy birth. Jesus, Lord, at thy birth. Merry Christmas, everyone.